A huge amount of work was required because the original house was very small in proportions inside, and we felt one of the most important things for us was to have a big family living space, which was a challenge to extend a Grade 2 listed building, which had already been extended. So part of the skill we needed from an architect was to design something and negotiate with the planners to get it approved. We knew we needed a lot of help with getting this right. I spent a lot of time researching architects locally because we weren't local ourselves. We had to begin with directories and sort of period home magazines. So I whittled it down to about 5 that I interviewed over the phone. We then invited 3 to come to the house to give us their first thoughts and for us to find out whether we thought we could work with them. Why did we choose Communion? We felt that Alex had a huge amount to offer and was on our wavelength. And I felt that he had an affinity with listed buildings. He knew the Herefordshire planners. We felt he would do what we needed. He would listen to what we wanted, but he would come up with his own ideas as well. We gave the architects, the 3 that we interviewed, a very clear brief. I'd written this brief, and we gave them a clear view of what we needed from the house and how we wanted to live in it. And I think Alex convinced us just through walking around talking that he understood the brief. In order to make the project happen, we had some logistical issues because we had the house tenanted for a while during the planning procedures and we were living on the other side of the country. So a lot of what we had to do was remote. Alex was great in terms of meeting us in London for meetings when we needed to get together and talk around plans and put marks on paper, as we did a lot. From the brief to the sketches through to, well, will the planners pass this? Getting a knockback from the planners to begin with, and Alex being extremely calm and saying, this is not the end of the world, we will find a way. And that was one of the things that we really liked about Alex actually throughout the process. When problems arose, as inevitably they will in any build project, he found solutions. And that was one of the things that we valued most about the way that he worked with us. The project from inception to completion must have taken at least 2.5 years or thereabouts. The first year really revolved around the planning aspects of it, getting planning permission and getting tenders out and securing a contractor to do the work. And all that was done with us being here and in London and away. So that was quite complicated, but Alex helped make that work really well. Then during the build, we had regular monthly site meetings, which I felt were essential because we weren't here on a regular basis apart from that. And that was a very important part of keeping the lines of communication open between us, the contractor, and Alex. And especially so because we weren't living on site. We felt it was essential to have an architect and not work direct with the builder. The result would not have been anything like what we have here. The expertise of an architect in terms of detailing, in terms of material choices, and in terms of design just lifts it. As a landscape architect, I can probably also run a project, but I would not want to contract to administer my own project. You need the intermediary between you and the contractor, and you need a really clear contract. And at the end of the day, that is fundamental to the success of any build, is a clear contract and strong contract administration.